have been answered.
Okay.
I'll just go through
Mm-hmm.
quickly.
Okay.
Let's see. I think some of them have been answered by Prof. Zaliha.
Ah, good.
And I think, so there's one question here. Assalamualaikum, Dato. Where
Mm-hmm.
can doctors do further reading regarding Malaysian laws and cases? Is there an accessible repository?
Well, I mean, you can read cases. Unfortunately, if you are going to, as a doctor, you want to read medical legal cases, it is difficult because you have to join the LawNet QnA, which is a subscription, which is a heavy subscription. Only big law firms have this subscription. Single law firms also do not have that. So number one. Number two, you can go to the internet and look at decisions only, but it doesn't tell you how the judges make that decision, which is very important for us as doctors to know the process of why the judges make that kind of decision. So in terms of repository, I'm not so sure whether as a doctor we have access to that, unless you have a relative who is working in the big law firm and you can join them, can access through their password and things like that. Apart from that, you have to attend medical legal talks by lawyers or by doctors. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Dato.
Mm-hmm.
There's one more question here.
Mm-hmm.
If a patient comes to us, say she
Mm-hmm.
wants to sue
Mm-hmm.
us for medical negligence,
Mm-hmm.
which what is the first step,
We
and
should look.
who should we look for?
Okay. My answer to this is not to the individual person. My answer to this is that each hospital should have a patient grievance committee. So not necessarily involving the person, the doctor who's involved in the patient's grievance. So in each hospital, you should have a grievance committee consisting of people who are good at communication skills, who are doctors, maybe uh, somebody involved in that particular specialty. So the first thing is to do, because in public sector, if a patient complains, there is no specific time stated that you have to answer. You can just write to the patient and says, I have received this complaint, but there's no specific time to say that how fast you must answer. Whereas in the private hospital and facilities act, in private hospitals, there is a specific facility. If the patient complains, within 2 days, you have to see the patient. Within 2 weeks, you have to reply to the patient. If you do not do that, then the patient can complain to the MMC, and the MMC can take action against the hospital because this is the law. So if the patient complains to you about medical negligence, my suggestion is that each major hospital have their own grievance unit to address it. And sitting down and talking to the patient, 50 to 60% of the time, this miscommunication or unhappiness gets lost. It is overcome. The problem with most medical hospitals is that they have the internal investigation, and they won't come to the patient until the internal investigation is finished, and that takes 3 to 6 months. Now, no patient is going to sit down for 3 to 6 months without an answer. They come to you once, they come to you twice, they come to you 3 times, no answer. They go straight to the lawyer. They do not want to go to the lawyer in the first place. They want to come to you and confront you. Most of the time, they want to say, why did this happen? It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't be repeated on another patient. Has the doctor who's done this been taken disciplinary action, or has he been retrained, or has been told about it? They do not. Money is number 5. If you look at all the data that has come out, money is not number 1 on the list.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess that is all about communication too, right? At the end of the day,
Yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when you take consent, when you meet your patients, and when you attend to complaints, right? It is all
Yes.
about communication and keeping to base, right, with those who have
Yes.
complained.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think we probably have to wrap up for today. I thank Dato so much. I like to thank all our speakers, our wonderful speakers. Okay, I think all of us have gained so much from today, and like I mentioned, we would like to plan for a subsequent seminar or another platform for further discussion. So I think just for the students, please remember that you do have to answer the remaining questions, which will be posted through your postgraduate coordinators. Okay, and that will be answered, that's expected to be answered by you today. And there's a different set of questions tomorrow. Okay, and there was a question about availability of these slides. I will need to confirm about the permission from the speakers, after which, once the permission has been obtained, we will pass this again through your postgraduate coordinators. Okay, so I think
I have sent it to Dr. Mawadah already.
yes, Mawadah mentioned. Yeah, thank you, Dato, and thank you, Prof. Mawadah. Okay, so I think we will now close this session to an end.